Hello everyone, good evening. This is Dr. Ade of Jerry Doc Limited. Yes, how are we all doing today? How is mom? How is dad doing? We're here for them. It's all about caring for those we care about and caring for those who cared for us. So we're just here to take a step further on our dementia talk. So I spoke to you last week about dementia. I explained what it is, what it's not, and the signs and symptoms of dementia. So I just want to talk about one of the causes of dementia. I'll talk about a few causes as time goes on. So let's just talk about the most common cause of dementia, which is Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's is a disease that causes dementia. So dementia is the condition, while Alzheimer's is the disease. So dementia is a condition characterized by memory loss, problems with language, with thinking, problem solving, as a result of the brain being affected by diseases such as Alzheimer's. So, in a nutshell, I'll just tell you what Alzheimer's does to the brain. Alzheimer's disease causes a lot of accumulation of plaques and tangles. These are abnormal proteins in the brain. So it just kind of interrupts the way the brain cells interact with each other. Simple. This risk increases with age. When they become older, particularly by the time they become older than 65 years old, you start having some of the parts of the brain shrinking and all the abnormal deposits in some areas of the brain. It's much more common in women than men, and it could be genetically linked. It could also be caused by some diseases such as diabetes mellitus, hypertension, and some other causes. So, how do we actually identify Alzheimer's? That's actually the crux of the matter. Firstly, you realize that dad starts misplacing basic things like his glasses, his car keys. They start misplacing them. They forget anniversaries, they forget your birthdays, they forget their doctor's appointments. They start having to rely on you reminding them for basic things that they should remember. At times they might even forget your name. And these are all in the early stages. By the time it gets to the later stages, they start seeing things that people around them can't see. They start hearing things that people around them can't hear. And as time progresses, they find it difficult to even help themselves with eating, having the bath and carrying out daily activities without support. So we need to intervene on time. Remember, we hear of news of people getting missing. They go to familiar places, they get missing. They find it difficult to come back home. They find it difficult to even locate their house address. That's how bad Alzheimer's can be. So it's more characterized by memory loss, short-term memory loss. So how do we help them? The first thing is, once you identify this, take them to a doctor for a thorough workup. So they're going to do a pen and paper test. We call them memory assessments, and they might also take some blood to identify maybe some infections in the body, to identify some proteins in the body, and also to rule out some other causes. Then they might even send that among for a brain scan, which might actually tell us which part of the brain this problem is. How can we support them? Remember, no two presentation. So if dementia occurs in two people, they might present differently. So you have to help them as per their symptoms. So for people that have got problems with memory and with remembering things, we need to help them by diaries, electronic reminders, simple ones, very simple reminders. Don't buy them anything complex. Write things down. You can label all the cupboards in the house. Tell them this is where your food is, this is where your glasses and all your electronic gadgets are kept. This is where the keys are kept. Forget about the house being spick and span. Forget about everything being on point. Make it functional. Tailor the house according to their needs. Put their medication on the table. Don't lock it up in a cupboard if they will forget. Put it on the table. Everything, things they use regularly, their shaving stick, put it on the table where they can see it. You can also bring the grandkids regularly to them so that they can tell their life stories. At this point, I've told you, they remember past events. Let them talk about their life stories. It helps them, it boosts them cognitively. Take them out for music gigs and for dance classes if you can. If you can't, bring the class down to the home. Get a loudspeaker, play those music, those high life nice music, and you dance together. Buy them puzzles, buy them daily newspapers, buy them crossword games, Sudoku, chess games, Ayo, Scrabbles, and all of us come together, play, and enjoy that family time. It helps them, it boosts their brain cells and helps prevent the progression of Alzheimer's diseases. And if you feel that they can't help with they can't drive properly, you can get them someone to drive them, can help them out with useful maps, and even prevent so much of driving on the street, because of course that they've got the propensity to forget where they are going to, so why expose them to the risk? We want to walk this walk with you. Alzheimer's disease could be very daunting. Unfortunately, there's no cure for this, but we can prevent its progression. We've got some medications we use to slow down the progression. We've got some medication we use in the moderate stages and also in the severe stages, and we can help get it from UK and get it down to you in Nigeria at no extra cost. We're committed towards helping those who has cared for us. Thanks so much for your time. I hope you've learned something, one or two, how to identify. Just remember, Alzheimer's is a cause of dementia. It's not dementia itself. It's characterized by memory loss. You can help dad, you can help mom by getting them useful items that they can use to remember things, and you can also buy them things that can stimulate their brain stem, that can help them cognitively. And you can also subscribe to Jerry Dog. What are you waiting for? Click on that channel, subscribe to our channel on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and get a plan for dad and mom. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.